96.9 Cool FM Superstar Wednesday. You know we drop it every single time. The best of the best to do it. They're right here. Whatever you're doing, just make sure you tune in. It's www.coolfm.ng. And you want to be part of the show as well, drop your comments at Cool FM Nigeria. Now, talking about one of the best to ever do it. Now, I already said this. The class of people who just do not ever have a bad day when it comes to music. I think for him, he had the keys. He always had the keys, always have the keys every single time. When he comes, it comes through. And then he already said it, legend, a little legend. However way he wants to see it, it's still a legend in our hearts. Still making hits for over 10 years and still rocking it every single day. It's not that easy having to span for those number of years and you just never have a bad day. I'm talking about the one and the only. Wande Coal is in the building.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Wande Coal.
How you doing, bro?
Your favorite. I'm good. I'm blessed, you know.
You know, you're actually one of my favorite artists, my top 10. I know I buy your, I'll be honest,
Man,
my top 5 albums.
Like, what are you going to say this one?
No, I'm already saying it. I'm going to say
guys.
You're one of, I mean, there was one time I think I was talking to Kemi on the show, and you're one of my favorite artists. And you know why? Because I was part of that journey. I saw it happen.
Definitely.
You know, you're always going to make a phone call through to me. I'm going to pick it once.
I appreciate you all the time.
Wande Coal.
I mean, you're family, man. You already know,
very
man.
much,
You've been family. A lot of people don't know that me and you used to dance back in the days. We even did a dancing competition where we battled each other in a small room.
I swear.
On the mainland. Yo.
That's you know sometimes I don't want to have this conversation because I feel like those ones dog are gone.
Yes now. Those ones dog go now. For real now.
How you doing, G?
Yo, I'm
good
blessed.
to have you on the show.
Oh, thank you, man. I'm blessed. You know, I'm outside right now. I'm outside. I want to be outside, just because in these times to still be relevant is a great blessing.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Is.
So
and I think for you this time you're very deliberate about it.
I mean intentional, yes. Persistent, yes. Consistent, yes. Why? Because when I entered the industry, I wanted to bring something different into the industry. And I believe I did that.
Yes, you've done that.
As soon as I came into the industry, my flows, my choruses, like my everything, I put my all into it just because I wanted to be this person that I am today. And not only this person, to be another person to inspire a lot of people. Like a lot of the next generation of sounds, the next generation of artists. That's what I wanted to do. And I came into the industry and I made sure I did that, and I'm still doing it. So that alone is grace and the grace of God, and I'm happy to be here.
You know, the thing is, you have people who say, I love Wande Coal with the singles, body of work. Sometimes you're caught in that type of conversation.
Yeah.
Where people just say, I'm so stuck on Wande Coal dropping these singles.
Yeah.
But it's necessary as a talent to make a body of work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you sometimes have to, why do you think it's necessary to make your body of work?
I mean, so first of all, when you drop singles, you already know, like, okay, this one, I want to do this intentional because I want people to party. Like, when I want to drop a record and I know it's a single, I know, like, okay, we have to make these people dance. Regardless of the topic, you have to get the topic, you have to get the right beats. Okay, that's what. But when it comes to an album, you have to, because the old template of music that I know when I came in the industry is that every album has a cautious song in it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, and that's what I did with my first album, where I put Shayna Like This With A Day, which is still relevant to today.
Absolutely.
And that's what I did with my new album too, Nobody Holy, still, saying how nobody's perfect in the world. Still passing that message. Also, love experiences, my emotional experiences, also touch on topics that, will inspire a lot of people. That's pretty much what I feel like an album does.
If you're going to do a top 10 Wande Coal song, that'll be the hardest to... A top 10 Wande Coal song.
Top 10 Wande Coal songs?
Now, for example, if I'm going to put... You have so many hits.
Yeah, nobody has ever told me to do that in my life.
Now, think about it. If you're going to think and say, how would I put all your hits?
I don't
Do you have a favorite?
I have a lot. Like sometimes I get psyched about my own songs too. Like I get crazy.
Yeah, because you get. I mean, that you're gonna get a buzz because when you think in your mind, like, okay, hi, normal shilling.
Yeah, something like that. It happens to me. Like even on my new album, like some songs like really, really like scare me. It's like, wow, one day you did that. But yeah, I that's what I love to do to myself. I like to, push myself. I like to, test myself.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a war between myself and I.
Sometimes, how do you still manage to be this? Because truth is, humility is a good thing. But honestly, if you make that kind
humble, it's not about being humble, to be honest. Like, I'm proud of what I do.
Yeah.
I'm the best at what I do. I'm a legend. I know what I came to this industry to do. I brought the new sounds. I brought the new generation sounds, and the new wave of the new artists that's happening right now. I'm happy to be that guy that has done it. Also, I still want to do more. I feel like music never ends. Music is very universal. Like, that's why you can do, there's soca, there's reggae, there's all these things. And all these sounds, I've tried to put them in my music some way. And with Wande Coal, you will never say, oh, this song looks like that song. This song reminds you of that song. So it's always different. Since I came in the industry, from Ololufe to Superwoman to Somiso to Iskaba to like it's different. Like the sounds are different. I'm also helping like different producers. Like that's another thing. I love to work with new generation producers, like new sounds, because music is never gonna end.
It's never gonna end.
And
this is the first time I'm gonna ask a legendary question. I might ask you a question and say, who do you like to work with? No, let me reverse that question.
Yeah.
Who do you think should have worked with Wande Coal but is still missing out?
What do you mean? No, I wouldn't say like that because, with me, I love what's going on now. I love the new generation. I love their sounds. I feel like there's a lot of them. I want to work with a lot of them. Like I love CK.
So am I allowed to reverse the question back?
Yeah, it's okay. I feel honored to work with them too. The likes of Rema, CK, Ruga, Black Bones, Oxlade, the new guys. And also, it's not even about that. Also, no matter how we get into a record, I would always make sure that we create magic. That's it. So it's not about, there's no how. There's no bad music. I don't want to hear there's bad music. There's nothing like bad music. When you get in the studio, we will make sure that we get out with a great record.
Wande Coal spinning it. Whatever you're doing, guys, you're live from www.coolfm.ng. It's 96.9 Superstar Wednesday, and Wande Coal's in the building.
Definitely.
Now, talking about the album, I have my favorites. But which one would you say was the hardest song to make?
Ooh, the hardest song to make?
Yeah.
I think it was Paso. I think it was Paso.
Why? Is it the song or?
I mean, I feel like, so when I linked up with Olamide to do the record, Olamide already killed it. And then I already mumbled my melodies on the record, but it just didn't sound, I didn't have it at the time. So it took me like 6 months to write it. Like,
wow.
Yeah, so I was like, so I'll go for shows, I'll go and kill shows, I'll come back, I'll go back to the record, I'll be like, yo, okay, what do I write here? That would, that's crazy. And then I just got that momentum. I got it one day after one show, and I ran to Kelpie, and I recorded it, and then I knew it was a hit. And then I sent it to Olamide, and I was like, Olamide was just like, okay, are you sure? Like, and I was like, yes, I'm sure. This is my job. Like, I'm going to do the job.
Do you ever feel like people sometimes, you get on a record, like, you know what? I'm going to murder this record. Do you sometimes feel like, you know what? You just gave me your beat, I'm going to murder it. Do you always want to murder people on their own songs?
What? I murder myself on my own songs. But to be honest, like, because I started as a dancer, and I have a history of, catalog of music, like even before time, like, and it's always like when I came from Mohis, even from Mohis, I always wanted to do something crazy on every record, so I wanted to kill every record. Yes, it's intentional. I don't know. It's now inbuilt in my DNA. I always want to kill the records. But yeah, that's it. I think you're right.
Okay, so your journey, because the last time I heard you when you did the listening, and you said stuff about you put your heart on this one. You put and you wanted people to just sometimes be able to relate to the things you went through, but in a more fun way.
Yeah.
Can you touch on the things you've been through that you know?
I mean, so like inspirations, like when obviously you have your own rough times in the industry. Absolutely. A lot of people don't want to open up to say that. But it's not always rosy because like I said, nobody's perfect. Like everybody goes through their own. Like everybody, like including everybody that talks on Twitter, they go through their own. Like, but yeah, so I mean, there's a phase in your life that things happen and you use that to elevate. You use the people around you to elevate. True. Use your family, the family, loved ones around you to elevate, and that's what I pretty much did. And then I put in my music songs like "Come My Way." There was a time, things went wrong, and obviously, I don't just sing music for myself. I sing also so that it inspires others, and others can sing it and say, okay, this is what I'm going through. Songs like "Come My Way," it's just self-explanatory. I know they don't want me the money to come my way, And
you said at that time that you were
I was going through on my own. I mean, there's always a time you get broke and flat, So
I like when you said flat.
You got me like flat, like I mean. But yeah, so that inspired that, and it became a big record, and songs like "Nobody Holy." It was just showing my side of not being perfect, and and also speaking for everybody else, in general. 3 Square Meal was inspired by just not just when you hear 3 Square Meal, people think it's just about eating in the morning, afternoon, and night. No, it's not about that. It's the bigger picture. It's about opening your mindset to where you want to live forever. Like when you grow older, and you want to be take care of your family, take care of your situations around, your businesses. Those are the things that I'm thinking. So
if I want to ask you this question, where were you at the time that you made Again?
Again? At the time, that was one of them hard times.
Yeah. I felt that song was way too deep.
It was. Obviously, like everybody knows Wande for having love music, this emotional type of music. Yeah. But I don't want to do this type of music anymore. I want people to dance. But that's pretty much it. So. That's like you said again. Also, Gentility. Gentility too is one of them songs that has my emotions. It's like just because I'm gentle doesn't mean I'm stupid. You know what I mean? And that made out. But so also Dues. One thing about Dues on my album was it was something different that I've never done. So I think Dues is one of my best tracks.
Oh, you can boldly say that.
Yeah, Dues is one of my best tracks because the things that I said on Dues made me know that I could actually do this, and also inspire the new generation of sound.
Great.
That's what I wanted to do with my album. Yeah. Inspire others, elevate others.
Sometimes people take you back to Mushin.
I'm back to Mushin.
Mushin to Mohits. Mohits to Mushin. People always take you back to the album.
Yeah, obviously. I mean,
would you boldly say that was your best album?
No, I won't say that. I would say like I have great music. You know what I mean? Just great music. You know what I mean? So like my best could be, the next. You never know. So as long as I push myself, you know what I mean? I'm good.
This is special to you because I see that this is the first time in a long time you're very outspoken about your craft.
Yeah.
This Legend of No Legends is special to you. I can tell that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Why is this different from any work you've done?
Because this album shows elevation.
Yeah.
It shows my growth. It shows like over the years I've been able to be consistent and persistent and now drop a project now in these times that's still relevant. Because if you listen to the album, it's different. Like all the things I said, all the new things, new sounds, new producers, it just explains a lot. So I feel like Legend or No Legend is the album.
I like that.
Yeah.
Everybody from Mo Hits are, they're all doing their own thing, right? I like where you are, the Prince, Don Jazzy.
Yeah.
Dr. C just shot a movie that I love. Yeah. Now, the thing is, is there ever going to be a Mo Hits All-Stars? This questions keep coming up because I cannot wait for that. I mean, it's nice to see that.
I mean, we tried to do that like last year. I think last year or 2 years ago. But I feel like it's in the works. It will happen. Okay. When the stars align.
Okay. Now we're back to Legends and No Legends. So I mean that's a conversation now, right? You've made a body of work, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, Wande Coal is never satisfied. I can boldly say that, and I'll tell you why. Because it's like you can make an album now, and the next day you just say Wande Coal drops another single off the album. Is that ever gonna happen?
Yeah. I'm planning to drop like
You're dropping a single soon?
3 more to as deluxe for the album.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's gonna happen,
That's
right?
in the works. Yeah.
You see how I'm correct?
Yeah.
So there might be a single off the album.
No. Just I'm gonna put 3 songs as deluxe on the album.
Crazy. So there's something coming after this one.
Definitely. There's a lot of videos already in the works, so watch out. It's gonna be different. Because you see, when I come out, it's always different.
And that's it. You gotta be different every single time you come out. Now this one now is to me feeling like there's a reason why you give that album that name, Legend of the Legends. You cannot take that away. The name is still there. You're still a legend.
To be honest, that was not the name for the album.
What was the name for the album?
I don't remember.
What was the name of the album?
I mean, we had our name. Anyways, that was not for the album. But there was this day I was on Twitter, and then my phone starts buzzing.
Okay.
And then I'm like, Joe, my phone doesn't buzz like this. Like, what's going on? And I check my phone, and I'm like, okay. Then I see this tweet where someone says, is it right to call Wande Coal a legend? And then everybody starts ranting. No, yeah. And I'm just like, you know what? Let me just end this. Because my phone, like you guys have to chill. And then I just went there and I tweeted, legend or no legend, I just love making good music. And that's what I've been able to do with this album. Just to make good, great music with different sounds, different composition, different new producers, new sounds. Because it's not about, music is not limited for Africa alone. It's for the world.
It's universal.
It's universal. Your opinion is different. The way I mess with different sounds, other people appreciate it. You know what I mean? Because I said, music is never going to end. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been able to do on the album. Make great, good music.
And that's it. Voice is... it's hard to always have to maintain that same standard for a lot of years. Do you take anything special for your voice?
No.
No honey, no...
No, I don't take no honey.
So does your voice crack anytime?
I mean, yeah, I'm human. Like, everybody's like, if you shout too much, it will crack. So,
Absolutely.
if I perform too much and I'm making noise, unless I know, if I have series of shows, I don't shout.
Yeah.
But if I have, a major show or 2 shows to kill, I know what I do,
Yeah.
And one thing people know, aside from being a great singer, great composer, great, everything, I'm a great performer.
That I don't even. I'm not gonna
listen.
listen.
I love performing. I love doing my job. It's like showbiz. Like, showcase yourself every time you're out there. Yeah. And for every performance, it's like a fest. It's for me. It's like I'm a new artist. You know what I mean? So everybody knows that.
People can completely say you have a great bond with Wizkid.
Yeah.
From the viral videos, collaborations, you have a great bond.
From time.
Yeah.
I mean, with Wiz is like. You see how back in the day, when you really hot, it's always good to, always hold on to, the new talents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what I did. And then we kept this love from then and then see what's happening now.
Yeah.
So it's always good. No matter what level you are in the industry, no matter how, big you are, you should always also, be friendly with the new cast, because the new cast are the guys that's gonna be killing it.
True.
As long as you know this in the game, that music changes, and with time, and you're still in tune with the new generation, you always pop because you have that affiliation with them, and then also you guys can create. If you're still very hungry for this, because for this music you have to be very hungry to still be consistent.
Your lifetime, who have you created music with that you've loved the most?
In my lifetime?
In your lifetime. I mean, in
a
the lifetime you make music. Who have you loved?
I love working with Kel-P.
Because I'm asking a question because I saw that.
Yeah, I love working with Kel-P. I love working with I love a few people. I love working with Wiz. I love working with P Prime. I love working with
But would you ever work with Don Jazzy again?
Sure. Why not? Why? That's not a question. Everybody knows.
I want to hear that.
Me and Don Jazzy has always been a bond. He knows. He knows I always come with energy. Even in the studio, I'm always pumped. You know, in the studio, I'm always pumped. I'm like, yo, let's do this sound. This is the sound that we're doing. And then he comes with his own, and he always makes sure he kills it. So it's like symbiotic.
I love it. I love it. And that's a great relationship. I mean, talking about it, I mean, to be honest, you guys have made great music.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with me and Don Jazzy, we created the syllabus of music.
I love this Wande Coal.
So we
He's
created
so
a syllabus
philosophical
of music,
I love
and
it.
then a lot of people read through that and took what they had to take and create their own. And that's what's happening now. But
and you didn't mind that?
There's no problem with that as long as we're still in here,
Agreed.
Making magic together with the new generation sounds. Like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. It's got nothing to do with egos. It's just if you love music, just be doing it.
Just do it.
Don't care.
Just
like
do
who's
it.
hot?
Just
Let's
do
go.
it. Just
Yo,
do it.
if you hot, I'm working with you. I don't care. As long as we can create magic. It's good. I'm good for that. And it's more buzz for two of us. Like, what's the point? Like, yeah, I love it. Music is universal. I said it. Like, it's endless. So I love doing music. Like, I don't.
So I think I can officially call your next album "Everybody Loves Wande Coal."
I mean, you can say it for the love of music.
I think that could work because you're one of the most loved musicians. When it comes to basketballs, I'll be honest. Let me put it this way: on the music, I don't know anything about the other part, but on that music, everybody loves Wande Coal. It's like you've been able to make songs for the last 10 years consistently.
It's not that. Obviously, it's like also I've been able to create a household name for myself.
Absolutely.
That even like daddies can sing my song, mommies can sing my song, aunties can dance. So it's not about just being the wave alone. You have to also know like the grown folks can also be involved.
I can relate with yours.
You can relate. You know what I mean? So like that's what I've been able to do to be that. So even if like people ranting and say, oh, one day on Twitter, your daddies, your mommies, your aunties, your nieces, everybody loves Wande Coal. So you can't be hating on Wande Coal.
You cannot. You cannot.
Nah, that's not. There's no comparison.
You heard that right, and that's why you guys are going to cup the album
Legend
or No Legends. Pay attention. I already said it. You don't even have to just hear it on the radio. Just make sure you cup it, and you know what? Honestly, you're not going to regret it. You can tell when it put his heart into something. There was a time, one of the songs that you flipped it was when you did Trap.
Yeah, Dues. Yeah.
Dues. I love it. I
mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, only a few Nigerians can do that.
Yeah. You sampled every genre this time. You tried to sample.
I did everything. Like, and you see, with Nobody Holy, there was salsa in it. And like everybody forgets. Don't forget, I was once a dancer before I entered this industry for music. So,
Put
like
your
the
money
dancing
where your
skills
mouth
is in
is.
me, like always, like so, like. And I danced all types of music. Like I did Makosa when Makosa was on hot. I did reggae. I did galala. I did konto from Ajegule. Like they know this shit. Like I've done my work. Like it's not about now.
Goodness.
And then so like being able to cross over in my music with my dancing. Obviously, like I'll be dancing to my own type of music too. Feeling myself, but also affect others.
I love Wande Coal. Thank you so much for coming. It's